Royal Fam, and welcome back to your safe space. Have I got the most amazing success story for you? I got permission from this person to read it, so I'm going to read it as they posted it on Reddit. I will leave the link to the original post on the description, so feel free to go there if you want to go and read it yourself. But this success story is just out of this world, and I hope you find it extremely inspiring, just like I did. Let's begin. I must tell everyone this is the biggest success story I have ever had in my life so far, and I did it the Neville way. Remember the story of the soldier getting out of the army early and honorably? Well, I used that method. My SP was sentenced to 9 years in prison, and I was crushed. My life flashed before my eyes. We had been dating for 4 years already, and I felt the same pain he felt the day of the ruling. When I went to visit him the following week, I told him, "You won't be here for long." And he told me, "Babe, let's face reality." He gave up, but I didn't. I was into the law of attraction then, but mainly for my desire for money. However, then I took a new approach to LOA. I started sleeping, imagining myself hugging him as he was released. I did this while feeling lonely. I did it crying. I did it night after night until I stopped being consistent and started giving up slowly, which I shouldn't have. We appealed his case, but the judge ruled against any changes, even though I sat in the courtroom imagining a different outcome. I was still in doubt. I returned to my process. I was angry, triggered, and fired up. I prayed morning, afternoon, and night. I slept to the same scene. He called one morning saying there was supposed to be a presidential pardon soon, which they hadn't done in many years. This is not America, by the way. I asked the lawyer, and the lawyer said yes, but it would take 6 months. This made me sad again, especially knowing I went to visit him every week. I felt like I was living a lie. I felt like giving up completely, but I said, as long as I'm doing what I'm doing, I know my result is certain. I continued through doubt, sadness, fear, worry, and anxiety, but I was relentless. It was hard, but LOA was my only hope. The first list of names came, but his wasn't there. The second list came weeks later, and by this time I was exhausted. But guess what? The seed was planted and watered, and it was my harvest time. He called me the night before, and I told him, "You will be out." He said, "I pray so," with not much enthusiasm. On November 27 at 5 p.m., he called me and said, "Charge my effing phone!" I cried like a child. I cried until there was no tears left because it worked. It worked. He stayed for only 2.5 years, which was long, but it's better than 9 years. I knew that if I had stayed positive, it would have been shorter. The appeal would have ruled in our favor, but I'd rather not dwell in the past. I hope this post inspires someone. Nothing is impossible. Absolutely nothing. Sometimes I try to think the pardon would have happened anyway, but what were the odds really? Also, I keep remembering Neville said it would happen in such a way that it would feel natural, like it was going to happen anyhow. Good luck, everyone. You are already there. And that's the end to this amazing success story. I hope you truly enjoyed it just like I did. And as she mentioned in her story, yeah, 2.5 years may sound like it's a lot of time. But when you really put into contrast that he would have stayed there for 9 years if she would have just given up, then I mean, it's a fair trade. She did what she could. She just didn't give up. And when you don't give up and you persist, you are going to get your desire. Yes, there's going to be times where you're doubting and when you're fearing, and that's the challenge we have to overcome. That's the challenge we have to take upon ourselves, to start telling ourselves there is nothing that we have to fear, because all creation is already finished. All creation is already done. Everything I want is already here. There's nothing more that I need to do except know that I already have it. And when you stick to that as much as you can, when you stick to that story, instead of sticking to the story of what your current circumstances are, you are going to start seeing things happen in your reality as you have been expecting. Just plant the seed, keep watering it. Just don't give up. It's going to happen. Anyway, Royal Fam, I hope this has helped you. Leave a like, comment, follow, subscribe, do whatever you can. I love you guys. Bye.